Hello, and welcome to our YouTube channel. The Chevrolet Camaro is one of America's most iconic sports cars. Today we'll discuss and review top performance Chevy Camaros offered throughout the car's history. Starting with the first generation, 1967-1969. On June 28, 1966, General Motors held a live press conference in Detroit's Statler Hilton Hotel. The Camaro name was unveiled during the conference, and when the automotive press asked Chevrolet product managers what it meant, they were told it was a small, vicious animal that eats Mustangs. The following year, the first generation Chevy Camaro started hitting the market. The cars were built in a new rear-wheel drive GM F-body platform as a two-door in hardtop coupe and convertible models. What caught the attention of many gearheads was the quickest model, the Chevrolet Camaro SS396. With a 6.5-liter V8 engine borrowed from the 1965 Chevrolet Corvette sports car, the SS396 was one of the aggressive muscle cars of the 60s. This big block engine produced 375 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. The car could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.8 seconds and reach a top speed of 150 miles per hour. Second generation, 1970 to 1981. The second-generation Chevy Camaros were introduced on February 26, 1970. These cars experienced even more cosmetic changes in the 1974 and the 1978 model years. Chevy retained the F-body platform with a unibody structure, front subframe, A-armed front suspension, and leaf springs to control the solid rear axle. The second-generation models faced many challenges due to the emissions regulations. However, the earlier models gave a thrilling punch before things got worse. The 1970 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 was among the top-performing models. It was equipped with a 5.7-liter V8 that produced 360 horsepower and 370 pound-feet of torque, mated to a 4-speed manual transmission. The 1970 Camaro Z28 could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.8 seconds and reach a top speed of 135 miles per hour. Alongside the Chevrolet Camaro Z28 was the SS396 model. Unfortunately, the emissions regulations became tougher in 1972, forcing General Motors to pause the production of these awesome machines. The 1971 SS396 was the most powerful, with a 402 cubic inch V8 engine that produced 260 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. The Camaro SS396 was equipped with a 4-speed manual transmission. This enabled the car to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 6.6 seconds and reach a top speed of 125 miles per hour. The Z28 returned in 1977 and continued until 1981 after a brief hiatus. The model's power was downgraded to a 185 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque, produced by a 350 cubic inch V8 engine mated to a 4-speed manual transmission that enabled acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 8.7 seconds. Third generation, 1982 to 1992. The third-generation Chevy Camaros were the first to have modern fuel injection. The cars were also lighter than the second-generation model, making it easier to offer good performance even with the low-power engine. The second-generation lineup is remembered for the legendary IROC Z edition that was introduced in 1985. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration regulations required a center high-mounted stop lamp. So, the 1986 models came with a new brake light located on the exterior of the upper center area of the back hatch glass. GM improved the models, making the best in 1990, thanks to the healthy partnership with the International Race of Champions. The 1990 Camaro IROC Z was equipped with a 5.7-liter TPI V8 engine, which produced 245 horsepower and 345 pound-feet of torque. It was mated to a 5-speed manual transmission. The 1990 Camaro IROC Z could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.8 seconds, restoring the Camaro's glory after the regulation challenges in the 1970s. The IROC Z also improved on the top speed, reaching 146 miles per hour. GM equipped certain IROC Z models with a performance suspension. This specially tuned suspension system featured front and rear sway bars, gas pressurized shock absorbers, and a lower ride height than standard Camaro models. The 16-inch aluminum wheels with Goodyear Eagle performance tires also provided better grip and handling. These modifications, along with a rear spoiler, enabled better handling and cornering capabilities. Fourth generation, 1993 to 2002. The fourth-generation Camaro was built on an updated F-body platform but retained the same characteristics since its introduction in 1967, a coupe or convertible body style. The 1998 performance model set a difference with the exterior styling, which improved the aerodynamics and engine used in Corvette C5. The Camaro SS1LE had a 5.7-liter LS1 V8 engine borrowed from the Corvette. This engine produced 320 horsepower and 345 pound-feet of torque, but it was later discovered that GM lied to avoid cannibalizing Corvette sales. The truth was that the engine produced 350 horsepower and 365 pound-feet of torque. The LS1 V8 engine was mated to a 6-speed manual transmission, which enabled it to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in only 5.2 seconds. The model also made history for the first time by achieving a 160 mile per hour top speed since the introduction of the Camaro in 1967. In the final year of the fourth-generation Camaro, GM hit the market with a bang. The 2002 Chevy Camaro SS became a jaw-dropper of the 2000s decade, with a sharp look and incredible performance. Guess what led to the improved model? It was the Chevrolet Camaro's 35th anniversary. The 2002 SS featured a 5.7-liter LS1 V8 engine, producing 325 horsepower and 340 pound-feet of torque. It was mated to a 6-speed manual transmission, enabling the car to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5 seconds. The street-legal performance upgrades included performance exhaust, ZR1 wheels, Bilstein ultra-performance suspension, forced air induction, and a revised front grille. Are you ready to learn more about the top performance Chevy Camaros produced in the 5th generation after the model's hiatus? Also, be sure to like and subscribe for more automotive content like this. 5th generation, 2010 to 2015. When the 2002 Chevy Camaro SS was produced for its 35th anniversary, it faced some challenges. Sales were slowing, the market for sports coupes was deteriorating, and the manufacturing plants had overcapacity issues. This led to the hiatus until 2009, when Camaro returned with a more aggressive look and more power than ever. The 5th generation Camaro received a complete redesign and new platform. Production was based on the 2006 and 2007 concepts, and the vehicle went on sale in the spring of 2009 as a 2010 model year vehicle. The decade's success started with the 2010 Chevy Camaro SLP Performance ZL575 Special Edition. The model had a 6.2-liter supercharged V8 engine producing 575 horsepower and 550 pound-feet of torque. This massive engine was mated to a 6-speed manual transmission, which enabled the car to move from 0 to 60 miles in just 3.8 seconds, but the factory limited it to 158 miles per hour at top speed. Buyers got an unlimited model that could reach a top speed of 190 miles per hour by choosing the Brembo brake option. The 5th generation Camaro also produced the legendary 2013 model. The 2013 Chevrolet Camaro SS hit the sweet spot, melding modernity with classic cues. It revived the 6.2-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine that produced 426 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. This engine was mated to a 6-speed manual transmission, which enabled the car to move from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.3 seconds, and to top out at 165 miles per hour. The following year marked the return of a legend, the 2014 Chevy Camaro Z28. The model came equipped with a 7.0-liter V8 engine that produced 500 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. It was mated to a 6-speed manual transmission, sending power to a helical gear set in a proper limited slip differential. The Camaro Z28 pulled from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4 seconds and achieved a top speed of 172 miles per hour. In addition to the powerful engine used in the C6 Z06 Corvette, GM removed the air conditioner, added thin rear quarter glass, thinned rear seats, and removed most of the sound-deadening material to reduce the curb weight. 6th generation, 2016 to 2024. Unfortunately, the glorious 6th generation Chevrolet Camaro ended in December of 2023. Chevrolet has been a great contender in the horsepower-fueled war for over 50 years and is also part of American-style culture. We'll remember the 6th generation for its exceptional 50th anniversary edition. The model celebrated 50 years in 2017 with a classy appearance that included bespoke wheels, a graphics package, and chrome inserts in the grille of the SS Camaro. Several variants were produced for this special occasion, but the 2017 Camaro ZL1 caught our attention as one of the fastest muscle cars of the decade. It featured 3rd-generation magnetic ride suspension, Brembo brakes with 6-piston calipers in front and 4-piston calipers at the rear, 20-inch forged aluminum wheels, the performance traction management system initially engineered for the Corvette ZR1, and more. Under the hood was a 6.2-liter supercharged V8 engine producing 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. The engine was mated to either a 6-speed manual or a 10-speed automatic transmission, enabling it to move from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds. The Camaro ZL1 has a top speed of 193 miles per hour, ranking the fastest production Camaro to date. GM has hinted that it's not the end of the Camaro story, but it might be the end of the powerful V8 engines. As the company plans for future electric vehicles, future models will be offered with electric motors to curb the emission challenge. So which of these top performance Camaros is your favorite? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to click the like button and hit the bell icon to be notified when we release new content.